Good evening, Belize. It's Monday and you're tuned into News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Here's what's making headlines tonight. Belize says goodbye to Queen Elizabeth and hello to a bold new look. Central Bank officially rolls out fresh banknotes featuring national icons George Price and Philip Colson. We've got public reactions to the new currency. Gun violence mars Emancipation Day as Tyrone Maine is gunned down. Police are now on high alert for possible gang retaliation. 10 months after a tragic drowning, a 56-year-old babysitter faces manslaughter charges in the death of King Wade. The Public Service Union president is raising red flags over the tax department's transition to a semi-autonomous revenue authority. He says too many questions remain unanswered. And Belize takes center stage in Japan. We'll take you to Expo 2025 in Osaka, where our country celebrated National Day with pride and flair. These stories and more are coming up. News 5 starts now, so stay with us.
newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Welcome back. It's been months in the making, and today it finally happened. Belize's brand new banknotes officially hit the streets this morning, and you could feel the excitement in the air. From the bold new design to the upgraded security features, everyone's curious to see what's changed. News 5 was out and about, putting the new currency to the test. We stopped by a grocery store, made a quick ATM run, and spoke with folks on the ground to hear their first impressions. Plus, we checked in with the Central Bank of Belize to find out what the public should know as these notes begin circulating. Paul Lopez has a full story, and here's that report.
Newly designed banknotes are officially in circulation. Vendors are already accepting them, banks are handing them out, and the public is weighing in with their first impressions. From the look and feel to the added security features, these new notes are getting people talking. And as Belizeans start using them in everyday transactions, the buzz is only growing.
For me, that is ordinary money, so it no matter to me. Anyway, I take it, we still have to use it, so I just have to accept it.
I not accept it as yet because I really feel like, I used to the whole currency, the whole Queen Elizabeth. So I don't know how it feel to me, and I think if the whole one, it look like a counterfeit.
I don't like it. I believe that they should have gotten the opinion of the public before saying, oh, we're going to do this.
The changes in the past will come as just one change.
Small change.
Yeah, but now, as I get older, I appreciate the changes more. Yeah. Because I see the transition coming from way back to I wish I could have seen one exchange. I don't think I'll make that.
And guess what? We put the new $50 banknote to the test during a quick grocery run in Belize City. And it worked like a charm. No issues, no confusion, just a smooth transaction at the checkout. You accept this?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. The cashier did not miss a beat. She was fully aware of the new banknotes and knew exactly what to look for to confirm they were the real deal. The grocer provided change in the old banknotes, but the value remains the same. So there was no problem there spending that, $4.50, of course, to get back this in change, but yeah. The information is around, the knowledge is there. And while the ATM machines at one financial institution were dispensing the new banknotes, another financial institution was not quite prepared to do so just yet. All right, the money is coming. This is the new currency. New banknotes. What? What happened here, man? Do I have another amount to take out from another transaction? All right, okay, try again. No fail me this time, man. Boy, all right. So, yeah, we're not trying no more. We just have to accept what we get this time around. But the good thing is, same value. As Belizeans get their first feel of the newly designed banknotes, the central bank isn't leaving anything to chance. Their team was out and about today, making stops at key locations like Publix supermarket to keep the public informed and confident about the new currency. We caught up with Delroy Rayborn, Assistant Manager of Currency Management, who walked us through some of the standout features on the new bills and what we should all be looking out for.
The currency is made of a cotton substrate, so it's the exact same material as the currency we have right now. I know there was a lot of speculations from the online images where people felt that the notes would have been something more like the Mexican currency, which is polymer, a plastic-based material, but ours is still cotton, so it's the same feel, it's the same size, and it's the same color scheme as the notes that we have right now. So the 50 and 100 also has the holographic stripe, but if you look at it compared to the 10, it's wider. It's a wider stripe. We also have as an added feature at the back has a thread, which also gives it that protection, and the thread is also in line with the theme of the note as well. Yeah.
And it's basically the same for the 100 as well?
Yes. And then on all the notes, we have our tactile marks for the visually impaired. It's the lines at the side here. So people who are not able to see the notes can feel it and they can tell what the denomination is. So if you notice with the $2, it starts with one line, and then it goes up as the denominations go up. So the 5 is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
And these are only a few of the security features being introduced on the new notes. Each has enhanced watermarks, holographic stripes, color-shifting security threads, and the blind recognition marks. Let's look at a couple of the similarities right off the bat. Some of the colors seem to be the same on both. That purplish, reddish tone that's on both, as well as the dimensions. Let's look at the dimensions. They appear to be exactly the same size. So that's another similarity. And of course, they both have $50 on them. They have the 50 number and they have the 50 in words as well. But outside of that, things change drastically.
Both currency remains valid legal tender. This is the version you'll see at ATMs. This is the version that will be given to you at banks. But the previous version with the Monarch still remains legal tender and should be accepted.
How does it phase out the old currency?
It will phase out gradually. So starting today, all banks and credit unions will only be issuing this new version of the currency. So as people deposit the previous version with the Queen, those will be removed from circulation and sent to the central bank. And then we won't send those back into circulation.
While Belize's new banknotes are already in circulation, the coins haven't changed, at least not yet. The Central Bank of Belize says the current coin designs are staying put for now, but they're actively exploring ways to refresh and enhance their look too. So don't be surprised if your change starts looking a little different in the future. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Coming up, another street execution deepens Belize City's gang crisis. More when we return.
Welcome to Design Depot, where you'll find premium quality products from trusted brands, all in one place. Visit us today for quality products, expert service, and the brands you trust. Design Depot, all in one place.
Don't miss the ultimate singing showdown. It's KTV The Remix Season 7 every Tuesday night at 8, live from the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. one stage, one voice, one chance to win $10,000. Get your tickets for just $5 at GBM Studios and Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center on Central American Boulevard. It's music, talent, and entertainment for the whole family. Don't miss it. KTV The Remix Season 7. Tune in, turn up, and sing along every Tuesday night at 8. Only on Greater Belize Media.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Oh man, one more stroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select Postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
The streets of Belize City were rocked by gunfire late Friday morning as gang violence continues to grip the old capital. In a bold and brazen attack, well-known street figure Tyrone Main was shot and killed in broad daylight on Sarstoun Street just after 11 a.m. The 31-year-old's murder has sent shockwaves through the community, and tonight police are racing against time to find those responsible. News 5's Brittany Gordon has been following the story closely and brings us this report.
Just 1 month after the heartbreaking murders of Evadne and Luke Jones, innocent relatives of Patrick Jones, caught in the crossfire of a gang feud, Belize City is once again mourning a life lost to gun violence. This time it's 31-year-old Tyrone Main, a well-known figure in the streets, who was gunned down in broad daylight on Friday morning. The shooting happened just a block away from where the Jones family was killed, underscoring the growing tension and danger in the old capital.
Police responded to a shooting incident on Sarstoun Street in Belize City. Upon their arrival, they found the body of Tyrone Main with multiple gunshot injuries. Information is that he was in a vehicle along with another male person when a motorcycle with 2 persons came to the area. One of the persons fired several shots towards his direction, causing his fatal injuries. We are seeking 2 persons in regards to this murder investigation.
Gang tensions in Belize City are boiling over, and another life has been lost in the violence. Now the government is doubling down on its push for public support of the proposed 13th Amendment bill. If passed, it would give police expanded powers to search, seize, and arrest within special zones declared by the Governor General. Main's name also made headlines back in 2018 when he and 2 others were acquitted of the 2012 murder of BDF soldier James Norales. Since then, all 3 men have tragically lost their lives to gang violence. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero says investigators are following several leads.
Well, we have several theories. We know this one is gang-related with Tyrone Main, and we are trying to put the pieces together, but we cannot conclude if they are related.
Main was ambushed while sitting in a gray Ford Escape on Sarstoun Street. Back in 2023, he and his brother Ellis beat gang-related charges due to lack of evidence. Now, with an escalation of gang violence, police say they're moving fast to prevent any retaliation.
Yes, we have several operations that are undergoing. We have intelligence that we're working on, and so we are trying our best to minimize any retaliation at this time. Any mediation? That is being looked at likewise.
Another murder, another motorcycle ambush. It's a disturbing trend. Gunmen pulling up on motorbikes and opening fire. Just last week, 20-year-old Justin Animo was killed in Lord's Bank when two riders unleashed a hail of bullets on him and 4 others. It's a tactic we're seeing more often, and it raises serious concerns. In countries such as Honduras, riding in tandem has even been banned to help curb these kinds of attacks. We asked Assistant Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero how local authorities are planning to tackle this growing threat.
We have seen all these incidents involving motorcycles, so we have several operations that are done weekly to try and find these persons who are committing these crimes. We have checkpoints, and we also have operations that target persons on motorcycles.
Several spent shells were recovered from the scene. However, the weapon has not been recovered as yet.
So we are conducting a full investigation. We have 2 suspects we're looking for, and several searches are being conducted to try and recover this firearm.
Was there CCTV footage in the area?
There were cameras that were in the area, so we are looking at those likewise.
Maine was not wanted for any crimes at the time of his death, and police are still seeking 2 suspects in the investigation. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
There's a disturbing incident out of Hopkins, a quiet coastal village shaken by early morning gunfire. Around 4:50 a.m. on Sunday, 18-year-old Gavin Armstrong from Dangrega was shot multiple times while walking near the village basketball court. He says he knows the person who pulled the trigger. Miraculously, Armstrong survived and is now in stable condition at the Southern Regional Hospital. Police say he's not known to them, and with no clear motive yet, they're waiting on his full statement to help piece together what led to the attack.
On August 3rd, 2025, there was a shooting at Hopkins Village. Gavin Armstrong reported that he was walking when he was approached by a person he knows who pulled out a firearm, fired several shots at him, causing an injury to his leg. We are seeking 1 suspect in regards to this shooting. Gavin Armstrong is in stable condition at the hospital.
Now here's a story that sounds straight out of a movie. A prisoner on the run near Crooked Tree Junction sparked a brief but intense manhunt. Victor Gutierrez, a Corozal resident in custody for grievous harm and use of deadly means of harm, somehow managed to slip out of his handcuffs while still chained to another inmate and jumped from a moving police vehicle while driven by Orange Walk officers. The escape triggered an immediate response, with police urging nearby residents to stay alert. Thankfully, by 7:30 p.m., Gutierrez was recaptured in the same area, and the situation was brought under control without further incident.
On Friday, Victor Gutierrez, who was being escorted to the Colby Foundation, escaped from police near the Crooked Tree Junction. He was charged for grievous harm and use of deadly means of harm. Later that evening, he was captured in Carmelita, and he has been charged now for escape.
On Thursday afternoon, the body of 36-year-old Anthony Williams was found floating in the water along the southern foreshore in Belize City, leaving residents in disbelief. Williams, a self-employed vendor, had reportedly told his family he was heading out for a walk, but never made it back home. Coast Guard and police pulled his body from the sea, and while no visible injuries were found, the circumstances surrounding his death remain unclear. Investigators are now waiting on the results of a post-mortem exam to help determine what happened.
In reference to the body found in front of the Bliss Institute in the water, the person was identified as Anthony Williams. He is from Corral Road in Belize City.
We now turn to a heartbreaking story out of Orange Walk. A deadly road accident near the entrance of Yo Creek Village has claimed the lives of 2 young motorcycle riders, Alexander Reyes and Helen Mejia. A third person survived and is currently hospitalized. Police say the crash is still under investigation. They're waiting for post-mortem results and a statement from the lone survivor to piece together what happened.
There was a fatal RTA at Yo Creek Village in the Orange Walk district. Police went to the area where the saw 2 motorcycles with damages. The drivers were identified as Alexander Reyes and Angela Mejia. They received serious injuries and were taken for medical treatment where they succumbed to their injuries. Investigations that they were traveling on the Yokook Road when they collided, causing their fatal injuries.
10 months after Belizeans across the country mourn the tragic death of King Wade, who drowned in the South Creek Canal in Belize City, several charges have been handed to his caregiver at the time, 56-year-old Jennifer Fitzgibbon. This morning, she appeared in court, where she was read the charges of manslaughter by negligence and child abandonment. News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
A life taken too soon. That is the devastating story of 6-year-old King Shaquille Wade, whose body was found in the canal on South Creek Street nearly 3 hours after he went missing. His tragic death occurred in October 2024, and now, 10 months later, King's babysitter, Jennifer Fitzgibbon, has been charged.
Reference a drunk incident that occurred on the 13th of October 2024. We have arrested and charged Jennifer Fitzgibbon for abandonment of a child and manslaughter by negligence.
On the afternoon of King's death, Fitzgibbon had left him sitting on a refrigerator at the back of her yard, away from the canal, and had told the 6-year-old to stay put while she tended to the younger children. Her attorney, Norman Rodriguez, details the charges.
Well, she was actually charged yesterday, the 3rd day of August 2025. She was detained and charged yesterday for, like you said, manslaughter by negligence and for abandonment of child.
Okay, so
Today, well, she was brought before the court for her to be arraigned for those charges or for those offenses, and ultimately she got bail upon an application and no objection by the prosecution, fairly so, on the consideration that she cooperated with the police.
Magistrate Ludlow Black was leaning towards denying bail to Fitzgibbon, but in the end, he gave her the benefit of the doubt, with one strict condition. She's not allowed to babysit while her case is still before the court. Her attorney, Rodriguez, argued that she's not a flight risk and has been cooperative with police from the very beginning of the investigation.
She was granted bail in the sum of $5,000 with 2 sureties of $2,500 each, and the learned magistrate imposed one condition, which is that she must not provide any babysitting or caregiving services while this matter progresses through the court. She's to return to court on the 9th of October 2025 for her disclosure, and then we will go through the process of preliminary inquiry, and if the magistrate commits it at that point, then she will be tried at the High Court.
Attorney Rodriguez says his client Fitzgibbon never meant for things to go the way they did, and she's deeply remorseful. Magistrate Ludlow Black took that into account, but made it clear if she accepts any babysitting jobs while her case is ongoing, she'll be violating her bail conditions. Meanwhile, questions are being raised about the timing of the charges. We asked Commissioner of Police Gilberto Romero why it took so long for them to be brought forward.
A thorough investigation was carried out and the file was sent to the DPP, who has now sent the directives that she be charged.
Fitzgibbon met bail this afternoon, just after 3 p.m. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
After the break, Belize Tax Service staff to receive priority in transition to SARA. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Nuestros billetes están cambiando, pero ¿por qué los actualizamos? El Banco Central evalúa continuamente la integridad de nuestros billetes para mantener la calidad y la seguridad. La serie anterior de billetes han estado en circulación por más del tiempo de vida recomendado. que es de 7 a 10 años. Los nuevos billetes integran medidas de seguridad mejoradas para combatir la falsificación, haciendo las transacciones más seguras para todos, dándoles la confianza de que su dinero es seguro y auténtico. Nuestro dinero debe ser tan fuerte como nuestra economía, y los nuevos billetes reflejan ese compromiso. Nueva imagen, mismo valor, más seguros. Para obtener más información, visite www.centralbank.org.bz. Un comunicado del Banco Central de Belice.
BTB Accommodation License Renewal 2025 opens August 1st through the online portal. BTB is also having a license renewal clinic countrywide, starting August 15 in Orange Walk, then in Keycocker, San Pedro, Hopkins, Placencia, Belize City, San Ignacio, Toledo, Corozal, and Belmopan. Remember, to successfully process your renewal at the clinic, managers with portal access must bring updated electronic copies of renewal requirements. Licenses will be ready the same day at the clinic. Accommodations operating beyond October 31st, 2025 without completing renewal process will receive a violation ticket. As stated in Section 12.5 of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, HTAA, operating without a valid license commits an offense. For more information, please contact our compliance officers at 227-2420 extension pound 290 or email hotels@BelizeTourismBoard.org. Renew your BTB accommodations license through the online portal starting August 1st, 2025, or look out for the renewal clinic near you.
This is where blue innovation meets green ambition and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. This is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience. September 3rd to 5th, Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
It's been all the buzz. The Belize Tax Service Department's transition to a semi-autonomous revenue authority. And one of the main points of contention has to do with current staff. What will become of their employment within the department once the agency moves away from the public service? Well, according to Director General at the Belize Tax Service, Michelle Longsworth, the current staff will be given first preference for the positions that will exist under the authority.
The options that staff have is either to stay with the public service or transition to the SARA. If they choose to stay with the public service, the Ministry of Public Service will be responsible to find placement for them within the wider public service. If they choose to transition to the SARA, these staff will have to apply for positions in the SARA because the positions existing at the Belize Tax Service presently are different than the positions that will be in the SARA. In the sense, the positions that they hold now are public service tenure or governed by the public service regulations. The positions in the SARA will be governed outside of the public service, and hence they have to apply for those positions. What we have been informing staff is that all staff of BTS will be given first priority to apply for those positions. Now, let's make it clear here. They will apply for these positions if they are successful and are offered a position and they accept that position. That is when they will be required to resign from the public service or retire, because you do have some persons who can take early retirement if they're over 50. All right? So it has to be clear here. They will not be asked to resign, then apply and left out. No.
But President of the Public Service Union, Dean Flowers, is not fully on board with the explanation provided by Director General Longsworth during a recent meeting. Flowers appeared on Open Your Eyes when he questioned what would become of those employees who chose to remain in the public service. He contends that there will be a challenge to find a place for those individuals within the wider public service.
How can you say I can simply transition? So if I transition, let's say I choose to go to Lands Department or in Immigration Department, any department where they can find a place for me, because the Minister of Public Service will say to you, he don't know upon here and put 236 people if all of them decide that they want to transition out.
Yeah.
But let's say 151 transition out, for over 50%. Where will you place them? And if you place them in a department that has no use for their skill set, then clearly then going to waste time, and you have to reskill, retrain, and you lose other investment that is made into these people. But more so, some of these people were placed on certain pay scales that might not fit within the new ministry.
Right.
So you'll have to find a pay scale or a point on a pay scale that closely matches their salary, which could pretty much cause them to go on a lower pay scale while keeping the same salary. They lose money. What happened to the allowances that somebody already entitled to? You're no longer an officer that needs a vehicle or boat, so you won't lose money. So it's not simple that you just transition out and everything remains normal. No, you lose your seniority, because if you're not fitting, or if the organogram not have one position for you as a senior, then you lose seniority, you become a clerk, as happened with the company's registry, deputy director, I believe it was.
There have also been questions about the purpose the Belize Tax Service Department's transition to semi-autonomous revenue authority. Director General Longsworth explained that the move will lead to improved revenue collection, improved governance, and enhanced personnel management.
Countries often move to a semi-autonomous model to achieve quick and visible improvements in revenue collection, in governance, in personnel management. So when you look at as reforms mature, because BTS has undertaken many reform initiatives over the past 5 years. So you see that once reforms mature, you have to look specifically at how you can improve. The tax administration has to be agile. It cannot remain static, or it cannot remain in the government mode per se, right? Because of the pace and the complexity of how a modern tax administration is required to be flexible. So the transitioning to a semi-autonomous structure will allow for these improved service if we have the ability to control the investment that we place in our people. because we'll be able to respond faster to the needs of the country while remaining publicly accountable. So it's not about it's about building on what we have, not just discarding it. I'll use an example. On the surface, we, the public, mainly see the domestic functions like registration, filing, audits. But behind the scenes on what we do, tax administrations are facing growing international obligations, from cross-border data exchange to tackling crypto transaction, automatic exchange, a whole other set of requirements from a tax administration, which requires that our staff be equipped to address these obligations as a tax administration.
But according to PSU President Dean Flowers, the issues within the Belize Tax Service Department are strictly personnel related. He questioned the need for a complete overhaul as opposed to strengthening the department's managerial and hiring approach. Here's how he puts it.
Why would I want to do this? That was the question. What really are the main reasons? Well, the thing is that we don't have our authority or full control over who we hire, and so we've not hired the best, which again is a lie. Because as a head of department, if you know your role and functions, no politician will be sending people who are not fit for purpose in a technical department. So if that's their confession, it brings to question the quality of people now that is handling our tax data. Mm-hmm. That is their response. The other thing she said, when it comes to disciplining people, well, the process is too onerous and the supervisors are not properly assessing people. It's difficult to dismiss people, and corruption is rampant. And lastly, people are not even doing the amount of audits to generate the amount of money that covers their salary. That was their response. The minutes will show that if they have the balls to share it. Mm-hmm. That was their response. So really and truly, it's a management issue. Yeah.
When we return, Belize steals the spotlight at Expo 2025 in Japan.
This is the new era of the Mexican Caribbean. A whole spectrum of colors and hues, multi-dimensional cuisine, holographic beaches. The true new era is within you.
Ready for back to school with Benny's B-Books. We have limited edition Benny's exercise and composition books just in time for the new school year. Get 6 composition books for 5 B-Bucks and 12 exercise books for only 2 B-Bucks. Benny's and B-Bucks, getting you ready for back to school.
We are ready for back to school. Are you?
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select Postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Don't miss the ultimate singing showdown. It's KTV The Remix Season 7 every Tuesday night at 8, live from the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. One stage, one voice, one chance to win $10,000. Get your tickets for just $5 at GBM Studios and Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center on Central American Boulevard. It's music, talent, and entertainment for the whole family. Don't miss it. KTV The Remix Season 7. Tune in, turn up, and sing along every Tuesday night at 8. Only on Greater Belize Media.
Belize is stepping onto the world stage with pride and purpose. On Sunday, the Jewel celebrated its National Day at Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan, an international showcase of culture, innovation, and global vision. Under the theme, One Belize, One Purpose, Ecosystems for Life, the country puts its vibrant heritage and commitment to sustainability front and center. Leading the charge was Prime Minister John Bersenio, joined by Ministers Anthony Muller and Devin Daly, as they delivered a powerful message of unity and forward-thinking development to the world.
From the beat of Garifuna drums to bold, inspiring speeches, Belize brought its energy, culture, and vision to one of the biggest global expos. It was a proud and vibrant moment for Belize on the world stage as the country celebrated its National Day at Expo 2025 in Osaka, Japan. Visitors were treated to an immersive experience, interactive displays, colorful performances, and a warm welcome that showcased not just who Belize is, but where it's headed.
On behalf of the government and people of Belize, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to the government of Japan, the organizers of Expo 2025 Osaka, and to all participating nations gathered here in a spirit of shared hope, progress, and global unity. It is an honor to celebrate Belize's National Day at this magnificent World Exposition, a stage where our collective dreams for the future are not just imagined, but actively pursued. Expo 2025's powerful theme of designing future societies for our lives resonates deeply with Belize's own development path, rooted in sustainability, cultural preservation, and community empowerment.
As a part of the cultural showcase, Belize unveiled a stunning visual tribute to its Maya heritage, one that resonated deeply with the international audience. Here's a portion of that presentation that captured the essence of our indigenous roots.
The Maya are the living descendants of Belize's first peoples, guardians of a civilization rooted in deep history and alive in every heartbeat of our land. From the Quechua and Mopan Maya of the south, to the Yucatec Maya of the north and west, each community nurtures its own vibrant identity, bound by shared ancestry and cultural pride. In southern Belize, the ancient deer dance, once whispered through generations, now bursts into view. The men dance, the women prepare sacred meals, the children watch, remember, and learn. In the north, the Yucatec Maya, descendants of those who fled the caste war, have revived the Pocatop, the sacred ball game once played to reflect the balance of the universe. Whether through dance, sport, craft, or cuisine, the Maya of Belize breathed new life into ancient traditions, teaching, celebrating, and preserving a living heritage that spans generations.
Adding to the vibrant atmosphere, the unmistakable sound of marimba echoed through the expo grounds, performed live as a proud representation of Belize's cultural rhythm and celebration. Creole spirit is the soul of Belize, strong, proud, and deeply rooted in our African heritage. It's a legacy of resilience that keeps rising generation after generation.
Shake your body to the ground, make your waist spinning wrong and wrong, dance to the rhythm and the rock down. It's carnival time again, we are dancing a sun and rain, dance to the rhythm and the rock down. Hold the waist and I make one stroke, we the wrong way I do a move. Jump up high like you want to fly. Raise our foot and kick high. Did you walk, walk? Did you walk, walk, walk? Did you walk, walk? Wapangalang, did you walk, walk, walk? Wapangalang, did you walk, walk? Wapangalang, did you walk, walk, walk?
Bringing energy, color, and pure Belizean joy to Osaka, our delegation lit up the expo with a lively carnival presentation complete with dazzling costumes, dance, and music.
Wind it up, wind it up. Walk it up, walk it up. Walk it up, walk it up. Stop, girl, and brace it up. Wind it up. Walk it up. Broke it, broke it. Girl, and brace it up. We Belize and love to wind it up. Trinidad and Gallem. Wind it up. West Jamaica Gallem. Rock it up. Rock up your waistline, broke it up. European love to wind it up. Americans them are winding up. Watch it, Asian gal. Japanese ladies. Wind it up, wind it up. Walk it up.
From ancient traditions to modern beats, Belize showed up and showed out at Expo 2025, reminding everyone that our small nation carries a big voice, rich in culture, unity, and purpose. Reporting for News 5, I am Tania Arceo.
Talk about a lucky break. One woman from Corozal is still pinching herself after winning $50,000 on Scratch and Win ticket. Just as Belize rolls out its brand new currency. She and her husband were headed to Chetumal when fate stepped in. With the Bolito system down, they grabbed a scratch ticket instead. The first one won them $10, so they went back for another. And that second ticket turned out to be the jackpot. In a twist of fate, the winning number matched the one her husband originally planned to buy in Bolito. Their trip may have been canceled, but their bank account got a serious upgrade.
I was shocked. I'm like, we were in the vehicle when he stopped and buy the ticket, and we were going to Chetumal, and then he turned back because it was getting late to the place we were going. It was going to be late, so he turned back, and we went straight to a store, and he bought 2 tickets. I scratched them, and we won $10. So he went back and he changed it for 2 more tickets. And that's when he drove off, I start scratching. I'm like, wait, stop. He's like, what? He's continue driving. I'm like, stop. I need you to check this at them. It was the first number I cleared. And so he's like, okay, right now. And he parked and he checked. He said, what happened? I told him, check this out. I'm not sure if I'm correct. And he's like, okay, let me see. And he double checked it. And the funny thing is that he was going to buy Bolito in the morning, and in Corozal he couldn't get because the system was down. He went even to all the stores he could find, but the system was still down. So he didn't get to buy Bolito. And when he heard that the one came up, he was disappointed. He said his number is coming. When he heard the 8, he said, oh, okay, it's not that, because he was going to buy 10. And the coincidence is that the ticket number we won with is number 10. And the ticket that we bought is 50. And those are 2 numbers he was going to buy and the Bolido. And he didn't manage to get it. That was like shocking.
But this was much better than the Bolido, right?
Yes, way more, way better.
What are you planning to do with your winnings?
Well, we're planning to finish our house.
Up next, the Civic comes alive with basketball and table tennis.
Scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp.
Enjoy free social media data now included in our Flex Choice and Select postpaid plans.
Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Dengue and Zika alert. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. The Ministry of Health reminds the public that as we enter the rainy season, be aware of the dangers of dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. These are infectious diseases that are transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. These mosquitoes are most active in early morning and late afternoon. Activities that should be done to prevent dengue and Zika include: avoid having containers that can collect water in your yard. Cover water storage containers such as drums. Change the water in flower pots every 4 or 5 days. These are ideal breeding sites for the mosquito. With the elimination of breeding sites in and around the yard, dengue and Zika can be avoided. Dengue and Zika begin with sudden onset of high fever. Other signs and symptoms include rash, joint pain, eye pain. The public is also encouraged to use mosquito repellent spray or lotion on the body or clothing. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
Don't miss the ultimate singing showdown. It's KTV The Remix Season 7 every Tuesday night at 8, live from the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. One stage, one voice, one chance to win $10,000. Get your tickets for just $5 at GBM Studios and Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center on Central American Boulevard. It's music, talent, and entertainment for the whole family. Don't miss it. KTV The Remix Season 7. Tune in, turn up, and sing along every Tuesday night at 8. Only on Greater Belize Media.
Cayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved ones.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. And don't miss our upcoming health fair on July 19, 2025, happening at the Cayo Welcome Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come on out and learn more about how we can support your journey to a healthier and more secure future.
Good evening, I am Paul Lopez with this week's edition of Sports Monday. The Belize Civic Center is the stage for this year's 2025 Central American Regional Under-11 and Under-13 Table Tennis Championship. The tournament features players from 6 countries, including Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico. Team Belize played its first U13 boys doubles match this morning against Honduras. It was a close one, but unfortunately the Team Belize duo fell shy of the victory over Honduras. We heard from the athletes.
We played against Honduras. I think it was a very stressful game, but I beat my expectations. I thought we would lose bad, but we did pretty good, and we played as hard as we could.
Well, I was pretty nervous for my first time, so the game was very intense. I actually got 9 points on them, which was unexpected. So, and for the doubles, me and him did very well.
Belize will also be participating in the Under-13 boys singles, the Under-11 boys and girls singles, and the U11 boys doubles throughout the course of the week. The championship tournament is set to conclude on Saturday. The games are free to enter, and the president of the Belize Table Tennis Association, Arturo Vasquez, is inviting fans to come out and support Team Belize.
We have a pretty new team, but we played the team event this morning and we came pretty close. But the thing with table tennis, you'd have to watch the game to see, how close it is. And I think they did a good job. I think our strength here, from what I understand, is Mexico and Honduras. I think they have some pretty good players.
And from fast-paced table tennis action at the Civic Center, we hit the rewind and take you back to the Belize Premier Basketball League's All-Star Weekend. Same venue, different vibe. Thursday night was all about star power and friendly competition in the Celebrity All-Star match. Team Tony Leslie brought out big names like Mayor Bernard Wagner, influencer Wani Arzu, content creator Chosen Kid, and more. They faced off against Team Santiago Castillo Sr., featuring Minister Karim Musa, Commissioner of Police Dr. Richard Rosado, and yes, our very own Sabrina Daly. It was a night of laughs, highlights, and some surprisingly good moves on the court. Let's take a look back at some of the best moments from Thursday night. The Skills Challenge and the Rising Stars match also took place on Thursday night. Western ballers Aaron Allison won the Skills Challenge. The U21 Cubs defeated the Rising Jaguars 87-84 in the Rising Stars match. Friday night was all about the big All-Star matchup between the Mayan All-Stars and the Toucan All-Stars. We have some highlights for you from that match. The Toucan All-Stars dominated with a score of 134 over their opponents' 105 points. Friday night inside the Civic also featured the three-point shootout and the highly anticipated dunk contest. Here are some of how those competitions played out. And finally for tonight, Samira Musa Pot has once again cemented her tennis legacy after capturing her 16th tennis courting national women's single championship title in dominant fashion over the weekend. On the other hand, Mike Sosa dominated in the national men's single championship. Tennis is alive and well in Belize, and champions continue to excel in the discipline. Well, folks, that's all we have for you in tonight's coverage of Sports Monday. Catch you in the next one.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.